Redditors who found someone they knew on an NSFW website. What was your reaction? I used to be a waitress for a pretty well-known chain restaurant. I found a video of my manager having sex with a very large-breasted MILF. Come to find out he has a pretty big following in the porn industry. A friend of a friend posted to Gone Wild once. I recognized her tattoos in the room she was in. Since she didn't show her face, I assumed she did it for the thrill but wanted to be anonymous, so I never brought it up. Not a website, but years ago I had problems with my cable, so I got an adult channel for free as compensation. So the first time I checked it out, a parody movie was on and the girl I was dating at the time was in it, non-sex speaking role. It was a skit in the middle of a scene. I sat on it for a few days, then after a few drinks I asked, "Don't take this the wrong way, but have you ever been in any porn movies?" Then she started laughing, saying 5 years ago she was in one and even acted out the scene. It was a unique situation to say the least. I had billing and service issues and I was offered a slight discount on my bill for the next few months, or the adult package for free. The math added up, so it was the adult package. And the movie was from a big name studio and the girl was living in Hollywood at the time and needed the money. I'd name the movie, but it wouldn't be too hard for anyone to find the scene, so yup. Least likely situation in the world. Not on a website, but a former colleague showed me pictures of her dog on her iPhone. While swiping through the pictures, she had forgotten that she also had some other pictures on it. After the last dog picture, there was a picture of her lady parts with a butterfly tattoo on her pubic mount. She swiped it away, looked at me coyly, laughed and just said, "Oh, that's a picture of my butterfly." She had already quite the job, and that was the last time I saw her. Saw my friend's parents on Seeking Arrangement once. For those unfamiliar, it's an app for sugar babies to find sugar daddies' mommies. And vice versa. It can also double as a kink dating app. Anyway, I saw their profile, clicked on it, and then remembered that you get a notification when someone visits your profile. I freaked out and blocked them so they hopefully wouldn't see my name. Lol. Not a website, but the first time I ever went into a lap dancers, there was a girl from my class topless dancing away. She saw me and turned her back on me, and I tried to avoid eye contact with her, but then my friend I was with called her over to us for a dance. I was mortified. She just fucking owned it though and strutted over and winked at me with a massive smile and got on with her dance. She was great. She did walk over to us and smiled at me, but it was only after she had danced, when she pulled her underwear to the side to show my friend her lady parts, that she looked at me and winked. I had well and truly been caught looking at my old friend's naughty bits. Pastor's kid from my high school got paid to do gay porn at some point while he was in college. Basically a jerk-off video, since he was straight with some dude talking to him. Another kid found it and blasted it on Twitter. Everyone saw it, including everyone's pervy parents. Worked in a restaurant many years ago. Had a manager whose wife would come in every so often and get a comped meal. Was a giant bitch. We didn't exactly jump for joy when she rolled up. One night, we're closing up. One of the bartenders pulls me over saying, "Check this out." It's our manager's wife. Nude. Touching her naughty bits. Apparently, she had been a playmate and done some other softcore videos. Made sense in hindsight. She was the basic platinum blonde. Blue-eyed, massive silicone breasts type. As fate would have it, she came in later that week. It was very evident which guys knew based on the looks on their faces. Almost. My husband found my doppelganger on a porn site. Her name was one letter off of mine. He told me about it and said, "You'd be much smarter than to use such a close name." Also, the doppelganger has totally different tattoos. Thanks for crediting my intelligence though. I sent it to them to make sure they were okay with being there, since it was a sharing account that posted it. And then thought, huh, and moved on. Probably did keep a sharper eye out for familiar faces for a while after that though. Kinda surprised. She didn't strike me as the type. Way too private. Turned out she had a thing for exhibitionism. Still posts here and there and is living her best life. A good friend of mine was into softcore exhibitionism. She got off on wearing skirts and dresses without panties and, admittedly, it made being a close friend extremely difficult because teenage me wanted to rail her like a monster. Nothing is more distracting than knowing that your friend, girlfriend, wife, etc., isn't wearing anything under a skirt or dress. Saw my ex-girlfriend's tits on the internet. Was it an improvement from last time? They looked the same. It wasn't too long after we tried getting back together for the last but umpteenth time. I told her about it in a friendly manner and she got mad at me about it. I was showing my friend at work this site called Reddit that I was enjoying. We decided to search the name of the city and state we work in to see what came up. We came across this post on a sub called R Random Acts of Blowjob for Our City. The guy looking for a blowjob sounded a lot like the guy the first had been dating for the past year. The great guy the first had been gushing to my friends about for a year. So we messaged him with her photo. It was him. He was very excited to make plans to meet. It broke my heart. Found my gay uncle on one. He has a partner and they were looking for threesomes. They know I'm gay too. My uncle sent me a message asking me how I was and how he thought I was hot. He was wanting to fuck me with his boyfriend. I was 18 at the time and I quickly blocked him. I wouldn't dare tell anyone in my family what happened. Gross. I've seen him twice since and each time he looks at me you can see the shame and embarrassment in his face. I like to pretend like it never happened. Saw a girl that looked like my friend's ex on a cam site. My curiosity got the better than me. It was definitely her. Next time I saw my mate he got drunk and told me all about his ex that's on a campsite. A girl I went to high school with is in over half of the ads I see when browsing Pornhub. She was really nice in high school and she actually seems to be doing really well and enjoying what she does. The only thing that sucks is her videos look like they'd be something I'm into but I for some reason feel like I'm creepy if I watch them. Accidentally stumbled across an acquaintance's Reddit profile and she had posted a couple of nudes in one of the Gone Wild subs. I wasn't surprised at all because she's always posting on social media that she's broke and she'll send nudes for money. No big deal to me. I don't think any differently of her. A coworker's boyfriend found another coworker's camming profile. My god, I knew her boobs were big but the boob to nipple ratio was like 100 to 1. Like mosquito bites on hot air balloons. We started kinda sex chatting and decided to send pics. I'm old mine fellow Redditors. This was pre-cam days. He sent his first. I graduated high school with him and we were not friends. I went ahead and sent my pic back because like. What do I say? Lol, we've never spoken again and this was about 17 years ago. Some dude dating a girl in my Hilo squadron posted nudes of her and I felt compelled to tell her immediately. She was more than a little upset, to say the least. Opposite side of the question here. A few years ago a guy the first know from high school messaged me on Facebook letting me know he found a naked picture of me. Then this past year a different picture got leaked to my app dentistship program. Read, about 125 guys that I work with or around potentially saw this picture because it had been stolen and posted in a Snapchat group. Oh well, shrug. Oh sweet Jesus, I did not need to know that. Excuse me while I go pull my brain out and run it through the microwave. She worked for me, was an unassuming little old lady in her 60s. Did some videos with her actual daughter when she was in her 40s. Who at one point was also on my team. I just couldn't even look at either one of them. Thank gods I only found out after the old lady quit because I for sure would have gotten myself dragged to HR at some point. She was a student who became an adjunct professor at my university and we had a lot of mutual friends, pretty attractive too. Unfortunately this was more likely the result of revenge porn because some images from her social media were included as well. My initial reaction was to alert her about it but 1, we weren't close. And 2, if she already knew about it, the reminder won't help her put the past behind. A lot of guys could only dream about stumbling upon stuff like this. But it's been years since I ran across her images and I still feel conflicted about not knowing what the proper thing to do was looking for some good porn in the BBC gangbang category and found my cousin getting banged. Bad enough I have a huge scar from her pushing me down the stairs, but now I have a mental one. Not me, but a coworker supposedly found another coworker on some porn sign and confronted her about it. According to him, he said, "I've seen you online." And she denied it. He never found it to show me, so he could be lying. Had a childhood friend that was in porn. Friends dragged me to a porn expo and she was there. Classic face-to-face moment that included hugs and being really excited to see each other. We hooked up a few times. But I didn't want to be in a relationship with someone that had sex for money. She stopped talking to me when I got engaged to be married. Apparently she was wanting to save me as her go-to for marriage after she was done with the industry and was really pissed off. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button. See you next time.